went through. I want to introduce you to Mr. ChrisHampton. He's a scholarship in leadership and community, and he's going to give you a little bit of information about the first pillar that we're looking for.
How y'all doing out there today? Now, like, show me your hands. How many leaders do I have in the room? Raise your hand, raise your hand, raise your hand. Oh, so now for your name. I saw some half-masks. I saw some confused faces. But you got to say this. I'm a leader. Come on, you gotta sound like you're like Yale University. Say, I'm a leader. I'm a leader. You're a leader. You're a leader. Turn to your other person and say, you're a leader. It's communication. Okay, now we're gonna say, we're a leader. We're a leader. Let's go. So let's do that together on one time. We're gonna say, I'm a leader. I'm a leader. You're a leader. You're a leader. We're a leader. We're a leader. Let's go. Let's go. Whether you realize it or not, everything rises and falls off of leadership. I believe that was by John Maxwell. And if you don't realize that you are a leader, you're shortchanging yourself, right? You're shortchanging yourself. So we want to make sure that leaders get their voices heard. Say, I want my voice heard. So what happens is that when leaders step in, change happens. So I'm going to give you 3 points, real quick points of how leadership is important for you changing your communities. Number one, leaders influence and we don't manipulate. Say, we influence, we don't manipulate. So when you think about influence, you're thinking about how we are influencing someone else. We all have influence at the table. You influence someone one way or the other. How are you influencing? Do you have to force people to follow you? How many have seen leaders that force people to follow them? They make edicts and decrees. That's not the type of leaders that we need in our black community. We need people that have a spirit to influence, which means that I am more concerned on how we do as a community than me by myself. Am I right? Amen. The second point that we have to do is that leaders build communities and not communes to themselves. How many of you have seen leaders where, again, it's all about me and what I want to do and the people must do thus saith what Chris says. Right? That's not the leader that we need in our community. We need to go back to the community model. I had a chance to travel to India 2 weeks ago, and I spent a month in the Indian community. I found out, and I put like India, spicy food India, right? And I found out that we had more in common, but what I realized in India that they had that we kind of walked away with was the spirit of community. Where at the end of the day, they work hard, but they would come together as a community and eat together, right? All things were in common with each other, even though we have different economical backgrounds, different educational experiences. You bring something to the table, and when you make communities that are inclusive, that are including everyone, that are not excluding people, you actually rise faster. That is why there is a concerted effort to divide the black community, because if we ever come together, we are a powerful resource, not only to each other, but to the world, the impact to the world. Look at all the inventions that we've made and created out of necessity. Look at how we have made the world better. We still don't get credit for half the stuff we do. Why? Because as a community, if they can divide us, they can control the narrative. So we don't want communes, we want communities. Say community. And the last one is we understand the value of networking. If you don't understand the value of networking and how to network properly, you're going to fail as a leader. You're going to fail backwards. We want to fall forward, move forward, and have an advance. But if you're going to advance, you're going to have to advance your network. Say my network. Now here's the problem. Most people don't know how to network. When they think about networking, they're thinking about, again, it's I, me, and mine. But when you think about networking from a leader's point of view, it's not I, it's we, and we. Say we. We speaking French now. we. It's not about me, it's always about, even if you hear a pitch today, and it might not be a pitch that would benefit you directly. In your mind, you should be thinking, how can I connect that person to the right person? We gotta stop blocking each other. We gotta stop blocking each other and start thinking thinking about how can we move together so we can move together and we can progress together as a community. Say community. So we said influence, not manipulate. We said we build community and not communities. And we learn about the power of networks in my network. Was that helpful? My name is ChrisHampton. I'm CHAMPIAM. Please connect with me. Let's grow together. Thank you.